Point is Donald Trump's own financial disclosure report, which he submitted a couple of weeks ago. Now, the problem with that document is that it's not made for somebody as rich as Donald Trump. So the income ranges are listed in millions of dollar ranges. And then there's also a category that's just anything over $5 million. Well, Donald Trump has a lot of things that make over $5 million. And so what we did is we went and looked at court records and bond filings and SEC filings and layered those on top of the financial disclosure report to pinpoint exactly how much money he made in 2025, which was $2.4 billion. And then we went back and looked starting in 2016 and drawing it over that whole timeline and seeing just how dramatically the rise was last year.
I mean, it's a staggering number. All right. Now, Trump was recently asked about the money, how much money he's making. And he actually, I mean, you can look at the annual earnings here. I'm just putting it up here, all of your work from 2017 on, Dan. But Trump gets asked, hey, last year, in the context of all of the reporting on potentially corrupt dealings, how did you make the money? Here's what he said.
You know why I'm profiting? Because the stock market's going up. Everybody's profiting.
Okay, Dan, so how much of that $2.4 billion last year was because the stock market went up?
$0. Donald Trump made a lot of stock trades, but that's not what we're counting here, nor is it what anybody was counting a couple of weeks ago. What we're looking at is what are the operating revenues of his business, and then what are the proceeds from asset sales that he has made, not stocks, but actual hard assets. You add all of that up, and you get to $2.4 billion. It has nothing to do with the stock market.
Might be the most clear-cut answer I've gotten in a long time. $0. Okay, so one other thing I got to ask you about, Dan. We're reporting that the venture capital company that Donald Trump Jr. joined shortly after his father was reelected has rapidly grown. For somebody who's not a portfolio manager with decades of experience, to about $3.5 billion. And the firms that it invests in have gotten significant increases in federal funding since President Trump took office. Now, there's no specific evidence that Don Jr. was pushing specifically for the federal funding. We're just telling you that their federal funding is obviously extremely significant. What do you make of his company's explosive growth?
Well, the first thing to understand is that when private equity firms grow really quickly, usually they do it because of great performance. They've had a small fund, they've made great returns for their investors, people dump more money in. This is a new firm. It started in 2022. It's not been around long enough to really have much of a track record. That enormous growth appears to be due to one thing, the fact that Donald Trump Jr. is now involved with the firm. And so it's sort of a shortcut to growth. And the important thing to understand here is that because their assets are now larger, they can charge up to 2% management fees on those assets. So even if they don't perform well from here, they're going to make more money just by having raised so much money.
Which is truly incredible. And also, as you point out, you get more inflows, financial inflows in private equity when you get returns. And private equity returns tend to be 5 and 10 years, right? I mean, it takes a long time to build up that, and we're not anywhere close to that. Dan, thank you very much.
Exactly.
And next, I'm going to speak to the ex-wife of an ICE agent connected to the deadly shooting in Maine. Her ex-husband called her, she said, and told her exactly what he did. And she'll also tell you why she couldn't believe he'd been hired by ICE in the first place. Plus, an Epstein survivor revealing for the first time the abuse she suffered and how she thought killing Epstein was the only way for her to break free.